Hey everyone, Special Service here, and welcome back to the finals. I wanted to go over Season 3 as a whole this week, from the beginning to the end, to see where the finals fumbled and where they made their strides this season, and definitively prove whether or not Season 3 was stinky doo-doo bad or very good. But some of you might be wondering where I was last week, as there wasn't an upload on the channel. That's because I was taking a break from the finals, playing some other games that have had their major updates recently. You could say my attention has been stolen, like a cash out.
It burns! Christ!
That is indeed what his Wikipedia page says.
Awesome. This is what the Overwatch people wanted.
It was this time away from the finals that allowed me to put Season 3 of the finals into perspective. It showed me why I like the finals over other games, and why I found Season 3 more on the lackluster side of previous seasons of the finals. In order to understand why I think that's the case, we have to take a quick trip back to the past of the first two seasons of the finals. To keep this segment of the video as brief as humanly possible, I'm only going over the Cliff Notes version of events. I don't think anybody actually has the time to listen to me ramble about the past year of content for the finals. A lot happened in Season 1 and 2, so we have to get through it quick. For the sake of brevity, I'm also going to include Season 0, the pre-Season 1 update launch of the game, as part of Season 1, just for making this segment even shorter. Season 1 of the finals launched in December, marking the first major content drop for the game. The launch of Season 1 added a new arena from Las Vegas, adorned with 4 massive multi-story casinos, with 2 map variants, one being Sandstorm, and tripwires and turrets, which we'll get to later. 1 new weapon, the throwing knives for the light build, and 1 new gadget for the light build, that being the vanishing bomb. They also implemented the first iterations of additional emotes, gestures, pets, watches, sounds, and all sorts of other types of cosmetics. They also added 6 mastery levels to all weapons and gadgets. Naturally, throughout each season, we got multiple hot fixes and patches that adjusted the game's balance and stability. Then, on the 20th of December, we got our very first event, the Happy Holidays event. Monaco was blanketed in snow, and the arena was decorated with festive cheer. Contestants were gifted free equipment skins for their frag grenades to make them look like glass baubles on the tree. The next update on January 17th saw the addition of a brand new limited time mode called Solo Banquet. You'd see yourself competing against 11 other contestants with standard banquet rules, racing to earn $40,000 first. Then on July 31st, we got another banger of an event, the Steal the Spotlight event. Las Vegas is hit by a blackout and all the casinos have gone dark, and contestants have seen fit to make a withdrawal from the casinos. The Las Vegas map is set to the sorely underutilized turrets and tripwires modifier. It's Solo Banquet rules with a twist. Every contestant battles it out with pre-made loadouts, that being the heavy build with the Lewis gun, SA-1216 shotgun, RPG, and a handful of grenades and the dome shield. This event also gave players the ability to earn the Steal the Spotlight outfit worn by contestants during the event by completing challenges only available in the limited time event. On February 14th, the Valentine's event began, with specific event challenges to earn a Valentine's themed outfit for your contestant. Then, bam! February 29th, the Smoking Gun event takes Monaco by stampede. The beautiful city is transformed into an Old West themed Monaco. Contestants who participated in the limited time mode that came with the event had the ability to earn the Gunslinger outfit for their contestant. This event had restricted loadouts for each build of a contestant, with an emphasis on single shot and high accuracy weapons, with light builds using sniper rifles, mediums with revolvers, and heavy builds with the Lewis gun. And with the closure of this Old West event, that was it for Season 1. The finals had a high impact strategy for Season 1, and personally, I think it worked. Season 1 felt like Embark had a real vision for where they wanted to take the finals, and with Season 2 right around the corner, things kept getting better. In summary of Season 1, we received 1 new arena, 1 new weapon, 1 new gadget, we had 5 in-game events, 1 temporary new game mode, a new battle pass, and a heap of community challenges that I didn't mention, but they awarded the entire community with cosmetics when the goals were reached. Season 2 launched on the 14th of March, with CNS taking over the show, changing the game with a blast from the retro past. A battle pass very much inspired from the 80s synthwave aesthetic, bold neon lines on dark backgrounds with the shaded sun cast overhead, setting the stage for CNS's greatest creation, the new arena, Cis Horizon, a fully realized city block with a museum, office, library, and so much more for you to blast your way through, with the new weapons courtesy of CNS. Medium builds got the FAMAS Burst Assault Rifle, the light builds got the 93R, a burst pistol, and the heavy builds got the beefy KS-23 shotgun, capable of destroying the environment with its explosive slug rounds. But that wasn't all. Medium builds also got a new ability added to their arsenal, the Dematerializer, which allows them to dematerialize their environment and rematerialize it at will. Medium builds also received another tool as well, the Data Reshaper, which could change hazardous objects such as turrets and mines into mundane objects, and then turn mundane objects into canisters which your team could utilize. Light builds had received the Gateway, which could create a portal for contestants to travel through. And the heavy build got the Anti-Gravity Cube, which manipulates gravity within its immediate area, and which could be used for traversal or as an obstacle. On top of all this amazing content, Embark also added the career circuits. Throughout the season, new challenge circuits would open up, giving contestants the opportunity to take on contracts from that season's respective sponsors, and earn special cosmetics pertaining to those sponsors. But the launch content didn't end there. The finals also introduced a brand new game mode called Power Shift. Power Shift is a casual 5v5 team mode, where the contestants will compete to move a physical platform to their base on the other side of the arena. The only way to move that platform is for your team to control it by standing on it. Naturally, chaos ensues as the platform's path is set to crash through buildings and other parts of the environment. And if that wasn't enough, on the same day, they released private matches so you could host your own tournament or experiment with the detailed destruction and mechanics of the game. And all of that was just launch week. The next event came to the game on March 27th. That being the Easter event, Bunny Bash. Contestants would battle it out in CNS's new arena decorated for the Easter egg hunting season, while competing in the Power Shift game mode with restricted loadouts for each build, encouraging lights to snipe from afar while mediums and heavies duke it out on the platform. And of course, during the event, contestants could earn Easter-themed outfits by completing limited time challenges in the event game mode. Then, on April 4th, the finals launched their first Discord quest, called Skill Issue. If you streamed 15 minutes of the finals to a friend, you'd earn the Skill Issue outfit in-game. After multiple changes to the ranked play system in the intermediate weeks, May 5th saw the first ever release of Terminal Attack as a limited time mode, a 5v5 single life attack and defend game mode with no healing and no revives. This game mode would get you as close as you could to a Counter-Strike style of mode in the finals. It also came with unlockable cosmetics if you completed the challenges in the Terminal Attack event. And as a limited time mode, Terminal Attack was perfectly adequate, though surprisingly unpopular in my inner circle. On the 22nd of May, it was announced that Terminal Attack would be staying as a permanent game mode for the finals, much like Power Shift. In summary of Season 2, we received an amazing new arena, 3 weapons, 3 gadgets, 1 new ability, a new battle pass, new seasonal circuits, 2 new game modes, 2 game mode events, a Discord quest, private matches, and a healthy sprinkling of community challenges rewarding everyone with cosmetics. An overall stellar season, and by far still my personal favorite. And after such an amazing Season 2, I couldn't wait to see what they had in store for Season 3. Despite my enthusiasm, the launch of Season 3 was met with immediate controversy. Before the season even began, as Embark said they were transitioning Terminal Attack to be the de facto ranked mode, removing cash-out tournaments from ranked play entirely, this was an unpopular decision within the community, and the bulk of Season 3 would be spent complaining about it, not without reason. Terminal Attack needed a lot of work before it became competitively fun and viable, but we will return to that later. On June 13th, Season 3 launched with a brand new map in the cultural heart of Japan in the 1500s, Kyoto 1568, and it came with a battle pass to match the modern and classical Japanese theming, from samurai and ronin to the culinary sous chefs and pop idols of the near future. 3 brand new thematically matching weapons, 1 for each class. Light builds got the recurve bow, medium builds got the dual blades, which have the ability to reflect bullets back at the shooter, and heavy builds got the spear melee weapon, with greater range but slightly less damage than the sledgehammer. There was 1 new gadget for lights, that being the thermal bore, a launcher that shoots a thermite charge into a wall from a distance, blowing it up. Heavy builds also received a new ability called the winch claw, which can hook enemy contestants or objects and pull them right in front of you. They also brought in a brand new round of career circuits again. Plus, they rehashed 2 game modes that were already present. Terminal Attack got a minor rework, and Tournament Cash Out was changed to World Tour, which was described as a mode where Embark could tweak Cash Out to make it more competitively viable in future seasons without hurting players' ranked scores. Hence another reason for the switch of game modes. But I'll get more into that later. July 3rd saw the introduction of Ruby Rank to Terminal Attack. It was a brand new rank above Diamond for those people who wanted to grind out Terminal Attack. Then, August 7th saw another rank get added to the game, though this time for World Tour. Emerald Rank, which is just above Gold in the World Tour rankings. And finally, after 55 days, they made changes to the Tournament Cash Out mode like they said they would at the beginning of the season. The changes were pretty major, and at the time of recording this video, are still actively being balanced. The major changes are that 30% of the vault deposited in the cash out is directly awarded to your team if you place the vault in the cash out. Eliminating players is now worth $500 per player eliminated, and team wipe penalties have been reduced. The 14th of August saw the release of the finals IRL merch, and it sold out within a day, and minor patches to World Tour, including balancing. As it stands, the last update to hit the finals was 3.9. With 30 or so days left in the season, for real this time, I actually checked, I really don't see any other major content coming to the game this season. Aside from more World Tour changes, which I am incredibly happy to see, as I'm a big fan of them so far. However, this season only added 1 new map with major performance and gameplay issues, mainly poor optimization, and the time it takes to cover the distance in the arena sometimes takes too long. We received 3 new weapons. Unfortunately, 2 of them were melee weapons and are rarely used. The new gadget for light is perfectly adequate. I find the thermal bore does have a role to play in the finals with team composition, so that's perfectly fine. The heavy's new ability, Winch Claw, still feels a little cheap depending on what weapons they're running. We technically got a brand new mode, that being the reworked World Tour mode, which is just an unranked cash-out tournament with ranking slapped on at the end for Emerald players. Though this is slightly problematic, because there's no separate ranked World Tour, that means all the sweats are playing against the casual players right now. But other than that, nothing else has really happened this season. We've had no events, we've had no limited time modes, nothing. And with a small handful of community challenges, new circuit contracts this season, that's it. Compared to Season 2, this season's looking pretty sparse. There is one excuse I can make for the lackluster season Embark gave us. I've mentioned this on my previous videos numerous times, and this will be the last time I mention it this season, but I'll give you the TLDR. Embark is based in Stockholm. In Stockholm, you are given a mandatory 25 days a year vacation you have to take, which is usually taken in the summer because why wouldn't you? Hence the fact that earlier this season, we learned that the Embark offices were going on vacation for the past few months. And don't be ridiculous, no, not the entire office went on vacation at once. Obviously, they rotated throughout the season, which is probably why we didn't get our usual stream of content. I don't think I would have minded as much if we just got 1 new game mode or a couple limited time modes. Hell, I would have taken an event rerun, so people who missed the Steal the Spotlight and Smoking Guns event in Season 1 could give them a spin and have a chance to play them. It just feels like Embark lost their momentum and direction for Season 3. I refuse to believe it's the unpopularity of Terminal Attack that threw them so far off course. But this brings me back to the original premise of this video. Is Season 3 bad? Is it the best season we've ever had released so far? It's not really either of these. I think we can all agree that this season was particularly turbulent compared to the previous seasons, due to some interesting decisions on Embark's part. To me, Season 3 is just a small misstep for Embark to overcome and to inspire them to do even better for Season 4. Embark has said themselves that they're back in the office in full force now that summer vacation is over, and they're putting everything they have into the creation of Season 4. And frankly, the way I see it, Embark has been pushing out amazing content and updates since the game launched all the way back in December. And despite the lack of content in Season 3, it sounds like they were saving a lot of the good stuff for Season 4. Yes, you can compare Season 3 pound for pound to the other seasons, but that doesn't necessarily make it worse. Yes, this was the longest season we've ever had before in the finals, and I think the season might overstay its welcome in those last 3 weeks, but if it gives Embark more time to make Season 4 the best we've ever had, I don't think I mind that much. Just because Season 3 was a little bit of a lackluster season doesn't change how fun and action-packed it is to play rounds of the finals. But that's just my take when I look back at Season 3. For sure, it could have been done better, and maybe Embark charged in a little too bullheaded at the start of Season 3, but they've learned for next season. But that's enough for this finals history lecture. I think I've already started to ramble, so I think I'll cut it here and say that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys are looking to play rounds of the finals, or some of the other games you saw in the beginning of this video, you can join my Discord down in the description below, and just send me a message if I'm on and you want to play. And be sure to like the video and subscribe, it generally does help out the channel. And other than that, I don't have anything else for you guys today. Thanks for seeing through this longer than usual video. I wanted to provide enough context for people who are new to the finals to understand what made Seasons 1 and 2 so great. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.